Hello guys, this is Sapphire Yagami with Once Upon a Time's review of episode 9 of the third season titled Save Henry. So, as usual, I'm going to start with the past, then do the present. So, in the characters and storybook past, which will be Regina and Henry, in the Enchanted Forest and in the final hours before the curses enact, the jail Rumpelstiltskin reminds Regina that in 28 years, the savior, who will be Emma, still holds the power to overthrow her and break the curse. While Regina boasts that she has it all now, Rumpelstiltskin warns her that she will return to him one day seeking a remedy to fill the hole in her heart. Fast forward to 2001 Storybook, where Mayor Regina Mills begins to feel the emptiness in her position of power of controlling the town, and the only way to fill that void is to adopt a child. But she realizes that she'll have to wait a long time due to the possibility of being placed on a waiting list. So she, as predicted in the priest curse, turns to Mr. Gold for help, who's aka Rumpelstiltskin. But he then cautions her that when she becomes a parent, she should consider that she would be putting a child first. Days later, Regina learns that a baby has become available for adoption, so she travels to Boston to take custody of the child. The only warning the agency offers Regina is that the family has opted for a complete blackout concerning lives. The sealed documents that Emma signed. So that means she can't look up no genealogy, her name, no blood type, nothing like that. No hospital records, none of that. Regina, convinced that she only needs the future, takes the newborn infant in her arms and names him after her father, Henry. Unfortunately, Regina is starting to discover how difficult raising Henry, as the baby proves to be fussy and she's not able to soothe him. Unable to get any information from his past that she can give Dr. Well, who's actually Dr. Frankenstein. After she takes Henry in for checkup, Regina calls in a few favors to get the identity of the birth mother accomplished through Sydney, who is her magic mirror. Unfortunately, the baby is only uncooperative for Regina, but when it's around Mary Margaret, aka Snow White, he calms down. Finally, Regina gets Henry to settle down in her home, only to learn from Sydney that Henry is the son of the Savior who arrived in Storybrooke, prompting Regina to confront Gold at his pawn shop over the claim. However, Gold does not recall anything he told Regina due to the curse, or as he supposedly claims. So Regina decides to return to Boston with Henry and is ready to give him up to new parents. However, when she is left alone with him in the office, Regina decides that she needs him in her life and ends up taking him back home. Unfortunately, Regina is unaware that the other parents who are trying to adopt Henry, as she went through giving him up, were none other than the Darling brothers, John and Michael, who are following Peter Pan's orders to take Henry back to Neverland. Having given careful thought, she now starts to worry about the future when Henry's natural birth mother will come to take him away from her because of a certain fate. Regina takes Henry and tells him a fairy tale about a queen who drinks a potion to remove the memories of her past, and Regina does just that. In Neverland, as Emma, Neil, and Regina try to keep Henry alive after a brutal attack by Peter Pan via a scar that was cut from Emma's sword, Regina tries to get Emma to understand that Henry may call them both mom, but Emma has more in her life to lean on, while Regina has only has Henry. Yeah, because it's true. Because Emma has both her parents, Snow and Charming, and then not only that, but she has her baby dad and Neil, which is Rumpelstiltskin's father, and she has Captain Hook, which is Peter Pan's arch nemesis. So she has a lot to lean on. Regina only has Henry. They realize that Pan will only be defeated if they all work together to hunt him down and kill him, a move that gives Emma an idea. At the return to Pan's camp, Emma tries to talk to the Lost Boys, convincing them that she will bring them all home to families if they cooperate. The boys, convinced that Pan has betrayed them despite Felix's protests, give in and tell Emma that Pan is in his thinking tree. As Neil takes charge of Henry, Hook takes the boys and prepares the Jolly Roger while the others go after Pan and retrieve Henry's heart. At Pan's thinking tree, Emma, Mary Margaret, and Regina see Pandora's box, and Regina suspects it's a trap as they find out that Gold is trapped inside. The ladies are then berated by Pan, who tells them that Gold is his son, which messed their head up like, what? And afterwards are captured by the tree that feeds off of regrets. Emma for giving up Henry, Margaret for giving up Emma, and Regina, unfortunately, she has no regrets. um, who is unable to find any regret of her life, managed to break free of the tree and grabs Henry's heart from Pan's chest in the box holding Rumpelstiltskin. Regina sees no regrets because all the things she has done sadly it eventually led her to Henry. She put a curse on Snow, which made her have to give up Emma. Emma then meets Neil, who then pregnant her up. Then he has to leave her. Then she has to come to Storybrooke and blah blah blah. All it ends up getting her is Henry. So she's like, I don't got no regrets. I don't got none. Mm. Regina then restores Henry's heart just in the nick of time as everyone makes it on board the Jolly Roger. Regina goes below his deck and tucks Henry in, then casts a spell on his heart to protect it. Meanwhile, on deck, Gold is released from the box and reunites with Neil, who takes to calling him Papa, and they embrace. I was like, oh, the feels. The family love. As does Emma and her parents. However, after Regina left Henry in the room, Pan appears once more. This time with a knife and apologizes for what is about to happen. He attempts to seize Henry's heart, but Regina has enacted the spell to protect it. He is then called by Gold after he went downstairs suspecting something wrong and discovers Pan trying to rip Henry's shadow from him, prompting Gold to use payback at his father by capturing Pan in the Pandora's box. David unleashes the shadow and Regina captures him into the cell. The crew heads home to Storybrooke with Wendy, the Lost Boys, and Tinkerbell joining them. Unfortunately, it appears that this story is far from over because moments before Pan was captured, Henry and Pan shared a glimmer in the eyes. Henry later approaches Felix and tells him Pan never fails, indicating that Pan is indeed free and living in Henry's body and is ready to wreak vengeance on the Storybrooke residents, telling Felix, in Pan's own words, now let's play. The opening sequence, Pan's shadow is featured. The cultural references we have is the surprise switch between Henry and Peter Pan being related to each other is a nod to Freaky Friday, which Disney has made into a film 3 times. In 1976, 1995 as a TV movie, and 2003. So, Peter Pan has now just switched bodies with Henry, so that means Henry is actually in the Pandora box, while Peter Pan is roaming free in Henry's body. And so, this upcoming Sunday of Once Upon a Time is going to be titled The New Neverland. And we're going to see exactly what Peter Pan has in store for the inhabitants of Storybrooke. And the episode after that one will be titled Going Home. So I will see you guys next time. Comment, rate, subscribe.